Hi everyone, it's Ange here with a little summer routine to keep you in the groove over the summer break. So all you need to do is to pack your TheraTubes when you go on your holidays, and you just need something to wrap it up on. So you can have a table leg or a doorknob or a park bench, whatever you find wherever you are, indoors or outdoors. And the first couple of exercises is really to focus on the center of the body, and that's a huge focus in what we do here at AJ Physio and Sydney Pelvic Clinic. We really believe if you have the center of your body working well, everything else flows from there. So the first one is scooter. So all you need to do is put your loop around your foot and you come down into a functional bend or a squat. And then you turn your standing foot out about 15 degrees and just really drive your weight down through that heel. So we're going to target the glute med on the standing leg. And you take the right leg off the ground and you go into what we call a scooter. So you inhale, come back to the center, and then you exhale, extend the leg out. So the important things with this exercise is just to make sure that you're getting a full extension of that back leg and you're keeping your weight through the standing heel on the left. And just think about your right leg being a piston, so nothing else moves except for that leg. So ribs stay nice and still, head stay nice and still. Hands onto your hips just to make sure the pelvis stays nice and square. And if you're new to this exercise, I'd recommend about 10, maybe 15. If you've been doing it for a little while, you might get up to 20 and just increase your resistance. The second one is standing abduction. So you step your left foot or standing foot over the TheraTube and you turn your feet out in position 3, or a little marionette position. Bend your knees slightly, put your hands on your pelvis again, and this time what you do is you take your legs straight out to the side. So as you do that, again, it's the same technique. So weight stays through the left heel, nothing else is moving except for that right leg. And you try and keep your pelvis square and your sternum facing the front, so nothing else is moving. So really targeting these sort of glute med muscles on both legs. Now again, if you've been doing it for a while, I suggest about 20 repetitions. If you're new, 10 to 15, and you can increase your resistance as you get a little stronger, but you should be really feeling it in this area of your body. If you're feeling it down here in your ITBs and quads, really try and drive the weight through the heels and draw up through the pelvic floor and deep tummy, okay? Now the third one in that series is a reverse scooter. So you can put your TheraTube up around, just underneath your knee actually. Now if your TheraTube doesn't fit up there, it's okay to have it around the ankle, so either way is fine. And you go to a similar position. So you fold forward, squat down, so like you're in the first one. And what you do with this one is you pull your knee forward, okay? So big long extension and then bring the knee forward. Same thing, you want to keep the weight through the standing left heel, sometimes even lifting the toes off the floor to make sure that you're not gripping through the toes and overusing your quads is a really good idea. And try and get it nice and smooth. So match your breath. You can inhale as you bring the knee forward and then exhale as you let it go. Same repetitions, 10 if you're new, 15 to 20 if you've been doing these sorts of things for a while, and you should be really feeling it on the standing leg, okay? So they're 3 really good exercises. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a glute burn at the end of that, what you can do is pop the TheraTube back around your ankle. This one you stand up a little bit more straight instead of leaning forward, and you just do straight leg extensions. And you can do this one a little bit quicker. And again, you should get that really strong glute burn on the standing leg and start to come into a burning glute on your moving leg. Same repetitions, between 10 to 15 if you're new and 20 if you've been coming and working this area for a long time. Okay, so that's really great. Then what we want to do is make sure that we're balancing out our upper body. So these exercises are really good for the upper body because they're whole body in your standing. So you'll actually feel that your whole body's working as you do them. So if you're playing tennis these summer holidays, this is fabulous. If you are surfing or swimming or paddleboarding, these are really good exercises to make sure that you're not going to come back with a rotator cuff injury. So you stand in a position with your feet turning out a little bit and core is switched on, and you lead the exercise with your elbow and then you open out the arm. So it's sort of like a backhand in tennis. So lead with the elbow and then open out the arm. And just same kind of thing, you're looking for 10 to 15 repetitions, maybe up to 20. But with this one in particular, I really want you to feel your core switch on as you take the arm out. So it's almost like your arm's moving in one direction and your core is moving the opposite direction. If you get quite tight in your neck, a really nice way to avoid that is to turn and look in the opposite direction for your arm. So as you do that, so as you lead with the elbow to the right, you look to your left. And again, keeping those weight through the weight through the heels and using the core as you take the arm out. That's a really nice one. You should get a nice burn through the side of the arm there. The next one for your arms is a posture exercise. So you want to make sure that you're not coming back and starting the new year with slumped shoulders. So this time you grab hold of both of the loops in your hands. You sit down in a little squat position, about a quarter squat. Draw your shoulder blades down and back, chin tucks in, neck nice and long. And you just simply take your elbows out to the side. So same thing, as you take your elbows out to the side, I want you to really feel your pelvic floor and deep tummy working. And remember, that's only gentle as you do that. And as you pull the arms back, link it with your exhale. And as you let the tension go, release. So inhale to release, exhale to pull back. And if you're getting neck tension in this position, remember to make it a little bit easier. You can just draw your elbows into your side. But if you want to work a little bit harder, you take your elbows out, and you can even start to do a squat at the same time. So making it a little bit more dynamic, or you can come up onto the tippy toes and take your arms out to the side like that. If you want to get really tricky, then you can actually close your eyes. So if you're doing this all through your summer break, you might want to do combinations so you don't get bored. And I'm going to show you one more little routine to help work your deep tummy and also mobilize the neural tissues in your legs. So this is nice to finish off with, and also really wonderful exercises to do if you're a runner to loosen up the legs. Okay, so this one, you lie down and you place your feet through the loops, 1 and 2. And if you need a little bit of support for your lower back, you can put your thumbs underneath your belly, but if not, just have your hands resting on the floor. And you start with your legs up into a 90-degree position. You inhale to prepare, and then exhale, you take your legs down towards the floor or the ground or the sand, maybe if you're at the beach. And just what you're focusing here on is staying really grounded through the sacrum and the rib cage. So as you take your legs down, you're not popping either of those areas off the floor. Again, focusing on that core unit as you lower your legs down on your exhale, and inhale as you come back up. So if you want to do a little bit more work in gliding the neural structures, you can do single leg work and take the opposite leg up towards your head to get a bit more of a hamstring stretch. The other really nice one to do here is frog leg scoops. So inhale as you come up, and then exhale, you keep your heels together and push out on a long line. If you get clicking in your hip, it's good to change the orientation of your legs to see if you can work without a click. And then simply just reverse that motion to get a complete workout through your core. And just really getting that idea of scooping, using your deep tummy and staying out of that rectus or oblique grip. And then to finish that one off, it's really nice to go with a hamstring stretch, toes towards your nose. You can do circles, you can circle in the other direction, you can move your legs up and down, you can take your legs out nice and wide to get an adductor stretch, which feels really good. And then what's really nice is to finish off with a supported butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana position. This is fabulous to help open out the front of your pelvis. If you ever have sort of menstrual pain, urethral pain, male or female, this is a really nice resting position. You get a support from the TheraTube, and you can just lay there and chill out for a minute or so, feel really good about just doing your TheraTube exercises, give yourself a huge pat on the back, and then you just enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy!